This is an awesome topic. Why clubs and high school and youth coaches a lot of times hate each other. Two things. Number one, the club, we're not a club, we're an academy. Our kids wrestle for their own youth teams, their own high school teams. We're like the Sylvan Learning Center. We're like the only academy probably in America. I think we're the first, I know we were the first academy in America, I think, back in the 90s. Anyway, so, but we still have this issue sometimes. So when you club guys have a very good wrestler and, maybe he or she wins a state title, you should give credit to their youth and high school coaches and teams. I think that's good. And that's what really, 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 really makes these youth and high school coaches mad when you claim kids, okay? But by the same token, I will say this. I have had high school coaches, let's say Jason Smith, shows up. They didn't know who Jason Smith was until November 1st of the kid's freshman year. And Jason Smith gets third in the state in high school. Does that high school claim him? Sure they do. Right? They're like, the Moscow Mills Savages wrestling team is proudly to announce Jason Smith's third in the state as a freshman. Congratulations, go Warriors. Okay. So you claim somebody that maybe the kid had been in the club room since he was 7 year round. So it does work both ways. It doesn't hurt for you guys to say, hey, you know what? And Jason came to our room. Maybe he's new to the room and, he wrestles for so-and-so club or academy. And it's awesome to have him. Congratulations to everybody involved, and especially Jason Smith and his family. I think that would solve a lot of problems. People just didn't try to latch on and claim kids, right? But I think sometimes I've claimed kids, and I'm like, dude, I didn't think I was claiming them. I just said, congratulations, Jason Smith. You got third in the state as a freshman. Go Jason. But that was years ago, the past decade or so. I always mention their high school coach. And see, I'm 53, so I'm good friends with most of the high school coaches. Heck, I've got principals and athletic directors in the state of Missouri who wrestled for me as kids. So I'm over the hump. They all like me, or they have hated me from the beginning, which is fine too. But I do think that's number one. That would be very helpful if everybody could do that. Number two, this is something that's very interesting, is, you should look at the club or academies. Actually, when you're youth coaches, you have a bricklayer, a carpenter, a dentist, and an insurance salesman. Those 4 dads run your youth program. They're not going to coach the other 8.5 months a year. They're not going to go to freestyle tournaments. They're not going to run. They're going to disappear because they have to, because they got to go sell insurance. And they got 2 daughters in gymnastics, a son that does traveling hockey, and that costs $20,000 a year. They got to go make some money to pay for that. And their wrestler isn't going to wrestle this summer because he's playing baseball. So that guy's busy. So you high school coaches especially, and your youth coaches, it's nice that your kids have a place to train, so you can go sell insurance and coach hockey and go watch your daughter do gymnastics, which, you know how it is. As a parent who has kids who are in sports, you don't really have a life. When you have 3 or 4 kids, you have absolutely zero life, and you're not going to be coaching all summer. And a lot of the high schools don't allow it anyway. Some of you high school coaches, you coach track, you coach football and wrestling. You don't have a lot of time on your hands, and some states you can't have access to your high school kids anyway because of all the crazy psycho rules that you have to abide by. So it could maybe be a good thing, have an opportunity for your kids and a place to go. So I would see the power in that, and I would also see the power from a club or academy guy to get to know the youth and high school coaches and become friends with them. And not everybody's gonna get along. It's just not the way life works. But I think there's synergistic kind of relationship there, I guess is the right term. You know, it's interesting because soccer and volleyball have had club for 30, 40 years. You know, the volleyball coach at the high school, she's always like, okay, girls, good luck in off season. I'm going to go coach track. And then I got 4 kids that take the gymnastics all summer while my husband sells insurance. She's cool with it because it's just the way it is. Track in Texas, like Fort Worth, when I was a track coach in Texas, they all went to their famous track coach, and it was a tremendous thing. But I had to go coach girls softball. You know, I coached wrestling, so you know, I think it could be a win-win, and people can get along better if they chose to do so. But that's what I do. I get along with everybody, and for the most part. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to have our athletes. You're going to have yours. You're going to teach math and coach soccer and coach wrestling, and I'm going to do my thing. And I got camps, and some kids are going to do both. Some are not. It just is what it is. We just keep moving forward and, you know, do our thing. That's my advice. If anybody cares, just to keep people from fighting and hating on each other. Good luck.